Bonjour everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world. If this is the first time you are watching one of my videos, welcome. My name is Nicolas, I live in Southern California and I've created this platform a few years ago now to mainly talk about various topics like fashion, vintage finds or bags. So if this is something you and I have in common, please do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel. I would love to achieve 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so I will really appreciate if you can help me out. Thank you. And you have seen it in the title of this video. Today we are doing a new bag review and I'm pretty excited to do that again because it's been a long time since I've done a proper bag review. I think the last time was almost a year ago from my Balenciaga work bag. So yeah, pretty excited to do that again. And today we are going to talk about my Hermes Jypsiere 28 that you have right there. I purchased this bag a bit more than 6 months ago, so I've been able to use it quite a bit and I feel quite comfortable to discuss about it with you. So let's get started. And so this is how this video is going to go. First, we are going to talk about the general features of this bag and a little bit of history linked to it. And then we are going to focus a bit more on the pros and the cons. And finally, we're gonna see how I generally style this bag. This is generally not the most popular or the most talked about bag from Hermes, so I really felt it deserved a bit more clout on the internet. So this bag has been created under Jean-Paul Gaultier, which was a creative director at Hermes from 2003 to 2010. And we have first seen it in the fall-winter 2008 runway collection, among other iconic bags from Hermes like the Sokeli. And I own this bag as well. This is a Sokeli 26 and I made a dedicated review of this bag where I list the pros and the cons of this bag. So don't hesitate to check this review as well if you're interested about it. So on the fall-winter 2008 runway, we have been presented the Jypsiere in bigger sizes than this one, probably like 34 or 37, in mainly neutral tones, although we have also seen it in exotic like this beautiful black or white alligator or croc. And you can tell that this bag belongs to the Kelly family thanks to the turret right there and the two sangles here and there. It's inspired by a hunting satchel and it's definitely a more functional and relaxed version than your typical Kelly or Birkin. The original design of the Jypsiere comes in 4 different sizes, so 28 like this one, it does measure 28 centimeters or 11 inches on the bottom, so the width of the bag is 28 centimeters. You also have the 31, 34 and 37, and in 2023 Hermes decided to launch a mini version of the Jypsiere, which I believe measure about 20 centimeters, like most of the mini bag from Hermes I believe, and this one has a non-adjustable canvas strap. The Jypsiere design includes a Kelly style lock, as you can see here, as well as a leather adjustable strap. You can adjust this strap 5 different ways and I generally adjust it the shortest way. And inside of the bag, and don't worry, I'm gonna do some close-up just for you to see a bit better, but it's pretty spacious even for the 28, which again is the smallest size of the original design of the Jypsiere. And so inside you have a big compartment, as you can see here, and then you have pockets from one part to another. So the front pocket can actually be closed thanks to a zipper, and then you have 2 other pockets, a large one and a smallest one, on the back of the inside of the bag, if that makes sense. And the Hermes Paris Made in France stamp is right there, and in some ways it has a lot of similarities to the Sokeli, which also have a front pocket that can close with a zipper right there and a back pocket that is open. And fun fact, this is actually the opposite for the classic Kelly, which has 2 pockets on the front, 2 open pockets on the front, and a pocket that can close thanks to a zipper on the back, right there. And like I mentioned previously, Hermes introduced and starting to manufacture the Jypsiere in 2008, but unlike the Sokeli that has been discontinued since then, you can still buy the Jypsiere in store at Hermes today. And this particular Jypsiere has been manufactured in 2020 and I bought it Preloved earlier this year through Vestiaire Collective. And this black grain leather is Clémence and this bag comes with palladium hardware, as you can see. Okay, now that we have tackled the basic features and the history around this bag, let's talk about the pros and the cons, and let's be positive as always. Let's start with the pros. Okay, pro one, and it's pretty obvious, a Jypsiere is really a great crossbody bag, especially in those features. So this is Clémence leather and it's pretty hard wearing. I've used this bag for the past 6 months, as I was mentioning, and I went out with it. I travel abroad with it, so I didn't really baby this bag, and honestly I don't see any significant mark yet. And again, this bag is from 2020, so it has been used previously as well. Also, this Clémence leather is very supple, as you can tell probably, so it molds to your body pretty nicely, so it's very comfortable to wear. I know this bag comes also in Swift leather, which I think is also pretty supple. Clémence is definitely, I think, the leather to go for this bag, because on top of being, you know, very hard wearing, it's also very comfortable to wear. Okay, pro number two, and if you have watched my previous bag reviews or if you know my style by now, you will not be surprised at all with what I'm about to say, but I love the fact that this bag has clearly an understated design. At the end of the day, we are dealing with Hermès here, so it will definitely come with a certain minimalism. I like the fact that the Jypsiere is less known than the Kelly or the Birkin. There is some situation where I prefer to wear a bag that is less known by the general public and flying under the radar a little bit more. Okay, pro 3, and because this is a less known bag or a less sought after bag from Hermès, you can definitely score 1 for a great deal on the Preloved market. I believe this exact same bag in 2025 in the US retails for around $9,000, and in full transparency, I scored mine on Vestiaire Collective for less than half of what this bag retails for. I will include some example of listing I found interesting on the Preloved market in the description box down below, but my point is to tell you that if you are interested about this bag, please consider the Preloved market, because that will make save thousands of dollars. Okay, pro number 4 for the Jypsiere, and you have probably noticed that when I was describing the general features of this bag, but once closed like this is a pretty secured bag, and there is absolutely no way that someone is getting inside of it to steal some of your stuff. And even with a single open, so just with a flap on top of the bag like this, I mean, it's pretty difficult for someone to get inside it and steal your thing. So yeah, I would say generally speaking, this is a pretty secure crossbody bag. Okay, last pro I wanted to share with you today for my Jypsiere 28 comes with the fact that despite it's a crossbody bag, so it's probably not your largest bag, you can still fit a lot in it. For example, I can obviously fit my phone, my wallet, my keys, my travel spray, and if I want to, I can also fit my iPad Pro in it. And if I want to, I can also fit the camera I'm recording with today. So for me, this is a perfect crossbody bag for travel. Okay, now that we have seen the pros linked to the Jypsiere, let's jump to the cons. The first con linked to this bag comes to the fact that this is a pretty secure bag, as we have seen. However, if you want to completely close or open the bag, the process can be, quite frankly, a bit long, tedious, and sometimes annoying. Quite frankly, and because I'm using this bag a lot, I generally leave it halfway open or halfway closed, depending on how you see things. It means that I will definitely remove the sangles from there attached and leave them hanging like that with just the flap basically on top of the bag. But if you only like the look of this bag once it's completely closed, like so, basically when you can see the Hermès features of this bag, if you only like this look, I anticipate that maybe this bag is not right for you, because honestly it will get old very quick to open and close it every time you need to access the inside of the bag. So think about that if you are basically a patient person or not. If you are not that a patient person like me, are you okay to have your bag halfway closed just with the flap on it like that? And if so, maybe this bag is for you, and if not, maybe this bag is not for you. Another con linked to this bag, or another feature that can get quite annoying, is, and actually you can see that right away, the fact that the strap is twisting. So every time you want to use this bag and put it on yourself, like so, you will have to twist the angle to adjust it to basically your body and make it straight. So that's something that can get old very quickly. I can tell you that this is something that's kind of bothering me on a day-to-day basis when I'm using this bag, because I like obviously to have it like smooth on me. I don't like to feel when the sandal is twisted on my body. I don't think it's a very nice feeling. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but just pay attention to this kind of detail that can get annoying pretty quickly. This piece of metal right there is twisting and turning, and then it's kind of like impacting the leather piece of the sandal. So I think it's a pretty common feature in crossbody bag or bag with sandal like so, but that's definitely the case with this Jypsiere 28 as well. And last one I have noticed for the Jypsiere is actually linked to the sandal, so both of the metallic part and the leather part. For the metallic part, it has scratched pretty rapidly and pretty intensively, I have to say. It's really linked to the fact that I'm opening and closing this bag really often, that obviously the metallic part will be damaged at a point. I can also see quite a bit of damage on the turret, to be honest. This is definitely linked to the contact between the metallic part of the bag. I'm not too worried about it because I know that Hermès can change this metallic part if I want to. So I'm okay with it, and honestly, I like to see how my bags are evolving. I'm not really fuzzy with them, and I'm okay with I would say a used look on my bag. And on the leather part, I can notice a little bit of glazing fading away as well for the same reason, because the leather part are actually touching these little metallic spots here. So when you are using your bag quite often, obviously some damage are being expected, and especially when there is contact in between metal to metal or metal to leather. Okay, now that we have seen the pros and the cons linked to the Hermès Jypsiere 28, I wanted to show you a couple of outfits that I'm intending to wear while using this bag. And without further ado, let's start with the look number one. So I'm leaving for France in few days, and I think this is going to be my airport/travel outfit. Both of the overshirt and the pants are from COS, and I bought both of them last year, I believe. And they are a blend of wool and cotton, which I think very comfy to travel with, and also it's perfect for fall. And obviously it is mainly like a monochromatic, like a black outfit, so it goes very well with this bag, I believe. And again, just to prove you that this bag is a perfect travel bag, I can easily access my passport that I'm generally putting in the inside pocket there. So yeah, very useful to travel with, and also it's going to be very practical just to walk in Paris or walk in the street of France in general. I also love to use a matching hardware. When I use this bag with silver hardware, I kind of like to match my belt hardware with it. So this belt is also from Hermès. You probably have seen it few times if you're watching my channel on a regular basis, and I think this is tightening the overall look well together. So yeah, that was my look number one while using the Jypsiere 28. Let me know what you think of it. So this section of the video is actually perfect because it's helping me to organize my packing work for France, and let's be honest, I need some help with that. So this look number two is a bit less casual than the look number one, as you can tell. I think it's mainly brought by this beautiful vintage suede jacket from Gucci Tom Ford era. If you want to learn a bit more about this jacket, don't hesitate to check my last video, my previous video, where I revealed this jacket and I talk a bit more in detail about it. And I think this jacket looks very nice, very good in combination with this white jeans from Sandro. I think those two goes well together. And yeah, I also have my black belt from Hermès that goes obviously very well with the Jypsiere 28. By the way, I forgot to mention when I was describing the general features of this bag that you can obviously wear this bag in different ways and only crossbody. For example, with this look, for some reason, I like to wear this bag or to carry this bag just handheld like that, or maybe as a clutch. You can remove strap, and just carry it as a clutch. I think that's probably what I will do. For some reason, this looks very French to me, so I'm definitely gonna pack all of those pieces, and I'm ready to walk the streets of Paris with it. So if you have been a regular viewer of my channel, and if you know my style by now, you know that I love a double denim situation. So this is what we are channeling right now. Both of those pieces, so the jacket and the pants, are from Levi's, and Levi's is arguably my favorite brand as far as denim goes. And I also love a good combination in between denim and leather. I think there is something very cool and raw about it. So yeah, that's definitely definitely a look I will wear in fall, so actually right now, especially I think in France I will have no issue to wear this look. I think it's very on brand for Paris or really anywhere. And I know that the 3 looks I just presented to you were definitely more on the autumnal side, but it's because it's on brand. We are in fall right now, but this bag is definitely versatile and you can wear it all year round, with shorts in summer, also with bigger coats in winter. I love this bag for that. I can definitely use it whenever I want, and yeah, I will not be able to recommend it enough. So let me know in the comment section down below which of those 3 looks were your favorite and why. I just looked at my closet and I saw this black blazer and I felt like I had to show you what this bag will look like with a blazer on, you know, maybe it can give you more idea too. I will probably wear it in hell with a blazer, but I love this combination with this black blazer and this casual jean with the bag. I think that goes together pretty well. So yeah, just wanted to show you this combination as well. And that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching it, guys. I hope it has brought some additional information in case you are considering this bag. It's a pretty good one, and if so, don't hesitate to check the Preloved market. This is where you will find some great deal and you will be able to save thousands of dollars. Again, I will put some listing, some example of bags on the Preloved market on the description box down below. Don't hesitate to check that, and don't hesitate to ask me anything about this bag. I will be happy to answer to anyone as usual. And there is one that I'm completely obsessed with right now, and that's this beige Jypsiere 28 in croc, I believe. Unfortunately, I don't have 30k or close to 30k to put on this bag, but you know, if someone is offering it to me, I don't think I will say no. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, if it was helpful for you, please don't hesitate to give me a like and a comment, why not? And also don't hesitate to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so yet. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, I would love to achieve 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so don't hesitate to help me out here. And otherwise, I wish you a very nice fall, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.